What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to Freeze Frame, the show where we stop to take a moment to discuss all the heavily talked about news of the week having to do with movies, TV, streaming, and pop culture. I'm one of your hosts, Vincent DeSantis, today, joined by Ryder Maldonado and our new good friend, Hakub. Hakub, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
Doing so good. We are blessed to have you on the podcast today. Tell us a little bit just about yourself and your content and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. So right now, I've always had a deep passion for pop culture, but I never really figured out how to put that out into the world. Recently, we've seen a lot of great content coming through TikTok, whether it be through you guys, The Legends, Soup, Straw Hat Goofy, all those guys. And really, I love pop culture, and I really just want to put my voice out there. Things from Marvel, DC, Stranger Things, really anything out there from music, sports, movies, all that kind of good stuff. Really just trying to build a community, build people a safe space to come and talk. Doesn't matter, where you're from, what you look like, how nerdy you might be. Just, make a safe space for all nerds to come and talk.
Dude,
Love that.
love
That's
that.
great.
So good. Ryder, how's your week been? Catch
I've
us
been
up.
good. I've been good. Fleet Week, Memorial Day weekend. So just been kind of trying to watch as much content as possible while so much is going on in the world. Everything is dropping at once, and so I'm doing catch up. That's it.
Good. Love that. Good stuff. Good stuff. Well, guys, if you're listening on audio platforms, you can give us a review and let us know what you think on podcast platforms. If you hit us with a rating, it helps us up, bumps us in the search results and all that good stuff. You can hop in Discord if you want to stay up to date and join our community. We have TikTok for quick updates and news on anything pop culture. We got Instagram. We got Twitter to connect with you guys. And this week, we put up a Top Gun review, a Men review. Well, the Men is like ending explained kind of dealio because that movie was just insane and just so many theories about the end of that. We got an Obi-Wan recap with breakdowns on each episode, 1 and 2 so far. We're going to do another one of those videos this week for episode 3, which drops in just a couple days. And then we got a lot of stuff coming up, dude. Like a lot of shows and games, and Summer Games Fest is next week, which is the biggest day for games maybe this summer.
Probably. It is.
Yeah. So it's very, very exciting. Ryder, take us in to our big dealio.
Okay, moving on now, guys. We're gonna let you know quarter of the week. It's been a couple episodes that we've been doing this, so we want to take you guys through quarter of the week. We're running back from last week. This is the quote that we had. Here you go. I'll tell you all what it is, and then I'll tell you who it is from. Tell them the law's coming. You tell them I'm coming, and hell's coming with me. This is Wyatt Earp.
From Tombstone.
From Tombstone, yeah, it's
There
from
you go.
Tombstone. Yeah, there you go. I almost went blank, but I was like, I put this because of you.
No, you put it because Cheesy last week was like, he said, let's do a Tombstone because it's his favorite movie. He's like, let's do a Tombstone.
That's right. But there you go. Let us know if you got it, and stay tuned at the end of the episode. We'll have another quote of the week. I think this one's gonna be a lot easier, a little more fun. But moving on now, our first main topic before we get into the thick of it is Stranger Things. New season, Volume 1 just dropped. So we're going to be talking non-spoilers, so you don't have to worry about it. But
Season 4.
Yeah, Season 4. It's crazy, right? I forget. Yakub, you have seen the whole show. I've seen about 5 episodes.
And I've only seen 1.5, so I'm still at the beginning.
Yakub, give us your thoughts. What are your overall vibes for this Volume 1 so far?
Straight horror. Straight horror. For me, it's been amazing to not only see the cast grow from, season 1 all the way to season 4. I really noticed that as I did a rewatch getting ready for season 4, but it's insane to me how the show literally went from a kid's mystery to a straight horror show. So as the kids have been getting older, I think they've been tailoring the show for the audience to be getting a little bit more mature.
Mm-hmm.
Back in season 1, this is definitely where, hey, if I had a kid in elementary school, I'd say, hey, come along, watch the show with me. Very much a horror show now. I don't want to be giving my kid nightmares.
Yeah.
Absolutely love the direction they're taking it. And like the Duffer Brothers said, the end is near. And without giving any spoilers, the way they ended this half of the volume is definitely tailoring towards the end. So yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling. One thing I really want to say is really bothering me is I think we saw that the last episode is going to be 2.5 hours long.
Yeah.
Why not put that in theaters? Can you imagine? Can you imagine how fast tickets are going to be selling if they say they're going to be putting this in IMAX premium format? I feel like it would definitely be like a Spider-Man No Way Home, Avengers Endgame type of deal. Fandango, Adam, all these apps start crashing. So we'll see what happens. I think we got about a month before the next volume comes out, and hopefully we hear something about this going in theaters. Overall, I really liked it.
That's good.
It's good.
Yeah.
So is Volume 2 only 2 episodes?
2 episodes, I think, but it's like it's literally like
Long.
4 hours
It's
in
4
total.
hours, yeah.
Yeah.
It's very long, very long. And I think Stranger Things, the thing that they do is, unlike Disney, is I think Disney Plus their credits roll for like about 7 minutes each episode.
Yeah.
Stranger Things is only like 3 or 4 minutes, so it's literally
Yeah.
almost 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Wow.
That's pretty crazy. Yeah, I remember WandaVision when we did the first episode of that, and the episode ended like halfway through the playhead on Disney Plus, and they had
Oh,
so
yeah.
long credits. You're like, what?
And you're like,
What
what's
is
going
happening?
on? Yeah, yeah. The long credits always gets me, but no, I'm with you, dude. Like, I definitely think doing like a dual release for the ending, like on Netflix, but also in the theaters. I think those tickets would sell so fast, you know. But
Yeah.
I guess 5 episodes in, I agree. I'm loving the horror vibes. I think I feel Goonies. I feel Goonies a lot with this because I don't know. I didn't really feel that. I felt like Ghostbusters and kind of other child 80s films, but now I'm really getting the Goonies vibes, and I'm really feeling like, yeah, they're going to places with this I didn't think that they would. But the vibes are great, and there's a lot of mystery to what the kind of conflict is. And so, like you said, I'm looking forward to seeing what this big reveal is at the end.
Yeah.
This final part, you know.
Right, which is cool because like I don't have any expectations for this season yet. I'm kind of just like I was very excited for it. I'm just jumping in, watching it, going in pretty blind. Like I don't really know anything about the season. I maybe saw a trailer for it or so, and so I'm kind of liking how they're starting it. I like every season they have to like kind of reintroduce the characters a little bit by like, and they think they did it in a really clever way in this one. And the sound design is another thing that really popped out to me. Is the sound in this first episode at least was awesome. I texted our little Strictly Casual group chat. I was like, guys, this is like the sound is so cool. Everything is just like eerie and scary, or like even simple things like simple sound design choices of like them walking around in the house and like squeaky floors and like looking around a corner. I'm like, it's great. It's really good. A lot of attention to detail there, which is like I don't know, pretty cool.
Yeah. I want to ask, so now that we have kind of, 4 seasons of all these characters, Yakub, you can go first. Who is your favorite character of the show?
Steve Harrington, by far, just because for me, I know that's kind of a cliche answer, but again, rewatching season 1, I saw essentially how much, excuse my language, but a douchebag this guy was. And then slowly he realized what he did to Jonathan, apologized. And then I think for me, it was literally the dynamic with Dustin. For me, it's like some Kobe and Shaq type of deal, man. Like, their dynamic is so nice on and off screen. I absolutely love it.
I'd
And
have
like
to agree.
continue off that they've continued building off their relationship in season 2, and as they've both gotten older, they've kept that dynamic, and he's able to make relationships with other kids.
Absolutely. I'd have to agree. It's either for me, Steve Harrington, or I'm really into Robin. I really think that every time I watch her, I feel like I'm watching Uma Thurman because she looks so much like her mother. It's so crazy. But yeah, Steve Harrington, I love the guy. What about you, Vince?
Yeah, I like Robin too. Robin's kind of like a newer one because she was her first season was the 3rd season, right?
Yeah.
I think.
The Chips
But
of
I
Horror.
don't know. It's Dustin. It's got to be Dustin.
Okay.
He's my dude. Love that guy. So
Yeah. Great. That's great.
I'm excited to finish this because the second volume of the season comes out early June, right?
July 1st.
Yeah.
July 1st. We have a month to wait.
1 month.
Yep.
I like it. I like the wait.
Plenty of time. So yeah, hopefully we'll catch up. But yeah, man, lots of stuff. Is there anything else you want to talk about with the Stranger Things? Any things you guys got?
Yeah, so one thing I wanted to mention is they did it again this season with Eddie, but I love how they figure out a way to introduce a new character every season, but at the same time it doesn't feel rushed. They figure out a way to integrate them directly into the plot.
Yeah.
And I want to really take a second to give the Duffer Brothers their flowers because holy shit, like this season in particular, they have 3 different storylines that they're balancing, but it doesn't feel like, one of them is like, missing content. It literally feels like Avengers Infinity War, where there was so much stuff happening and it's all going to tie back in together, and they're literally doing that right now.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm excited to finish watching it now.
I do have a lot of questions, after just the first episode, and I'm like, I don't know, 20 minutes into the second episode or something. But like how they're gonna do that because like there's a big physical distance that they're like far away. All the team's broken up a little bit here, so I'm like, I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Interesting.
Exactly. That right there. I think this is the first time the kids are totally by themselves. They don't have the adults to help them. So they don't have Hopper. They don't have
Winona Ryder. I forget her name.
Joyce.
Joyce. Thank you.
Joyce, and then the bald eagle.
God, I love him.
I don't know his name either. Spacing out on his name, but yeah,
Yeah.
they don't have any of them. So it's interesting to see this season.
Wow. Okay. That's cool. Yeah.
Can't
You're right.
wait.
You're right. All right. Well, that's Stranger Things. I'm sure we'll be talking about that more once we wrap up the season. But now moving on to what you got?
Before we do that, Ryder, you finished Severance, right?
I did. Yeah. Severance. Yeah. Man,
Did we talk about that last week?
I don't think we did. I think I recommended it, but
Okay, all right.
I mean, I can talk briefly. Severance. If you guys, I don't know, have y'all seen Severance or heard of it? It's on
I've seen
Apple
the
TV
first
Plus.
3 episodes. Yeah.
Coop, have you heard of Severance? It's from Ben Stiller. No.
No, I haven't.
No, okay, it's okay. Well, if you ever get a chance, or if you ever in the future get Apple TV Plus, first show to watch is Severance, because man, that was a mind twist. That show, huge twist, something I never saw coming. The writing's great, the vibes are consistent throughout. I think Ben Stiller did a fantastic job with the show, and they already have a season 2 confirmed, so I'm
Wow.
looking forward to it. But yeah, I could get on that. Now, kind of the big stuff that I want to get into. Star Wars Celebration happened this past weekend. And oh man, it was Christmas. It was Christmas in May because
truly
so
is.
much was dropping. We got trailers, first looks, breakdowns. We're gonna be talking about it and breaking down kind of most of the majority of the content that we got. Starting off with Andor, we got a first teaser trailer to Star Wars Celebration, and info that the first 2 episodes will debut August 31st. Now, have you guys seen some of the trailers or any of the first looks throughout the whole weekend? Yakub, what do you kind of what do you know? I mean, not know, but what did you get the chance to see any of this? Any of the trailers?
Oh, yeah. So I definitely heard about a lot of this stuff, and I'm familiar with these characters. But unfortunately for me, my Star Wars knowledge is really behind right now, just because I'm so freaking salty over the Last Jedi. Sorry, not the Last Jedi, the Rise of Skywalker and the Last Jedi. There were so many things I think were there for the taking for such a good ending, and I just thought it was poor writing. And that's not a shot at Ryan Johnson or any of the other, people who worked on that team. It's just the ending really ruined it for me. I thought, the writing, what they did with Rey and Kylo Ren was just weak writing, and it really ruined it for me because from my perspective, I'm like, yeah, all these things are cool, but they happened before the present day. Like the present day Star Wars is such a mess. So I've kind of lost a bit of my motivation. And I know I'm gonna, trickle a lot of nerves there by saying that statement, but that's just how I feel right now.
No, yeah,
No,
of
it's
course.
good.
Yeah.
Okay, because I totally respect that opinion. Like I totally get that. Have you seen any of the animated shows like Clone Wars or Rebels?
No, so actually, funny enough, I did not know Clone Wars was canon until I think a year and a half ago when they said
Yeah.
that they're bringing them back on Disney Plus. So I need to get on
Mhm.
that before I start watching Obi-Wan.
Because to me that was the curve back up again for Star Wars. I think a lot of us felt that low a little bit after Rise of Skywalker. But after I started watching Clone Wars, I was like, oh, I'm re-falling in love with Star Wars again, and just it really makes the prequels just that much better. With all the new shows happening and stuff, all the care they're giving to Mandalorian and Ahsoka, Rogue One's characters, like, oh man. Then now, Rise of Skywalker just seems like a little small blight in Star Wars as compared to like bringing all of it down to me. And I love Star Wars so much.
Yeah.
And just, I wanted to confirm, Andor, that takes place, 5 years before Rogue One? And that's with Diego Luna, right? He's coming
Yeah.
back for that?
I believe so,
Mhm.
yes.
Because I remember Rogue One was awesome, and I did love his performance in that, so that's good to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
one of my favorite parts of that movie.
The trailer really surprised me because I was expecting this to be on a level of Book of Boba Fett, which I did not like at all. I thought that was really weak writing and just terrible. Like in the direction that we were going with
Yeah.
Disney Plus, I was like, this is a total step backwards of like the quality and direction we're going with Mandalorian. So I didn't have like a lot of hope for this, but the trailer looks great. It looks like they're really using practical effects again. It's not all just CG. It doesn't look
The
like that, at
volume,
least.
yeah, it's more.
It's not all the volume. It looks like it's shot on like real sets. I'm sure they do use the volume because the volume's a really cool piece of
Yeah.
technology. You know what I mean? But it looks fresh. It looks super fresh. And I did not know that one of the writers from Chernobyl is writing Andor.
Wow, that's fantastic.
How cool is
Yeah.
that?
Great. That's cool.
Chernobyl's one of the best shows I've seen in the last 10 years.
No,
Like,
yeah,
maybe
it's
the
great.
best.
I finally watched it. Yakub, do you have HBO Max? I don't know.
I do.
Okay, so yeah, I bet you're familiar with, I guess, Chernobyl or any of the shows on there. It's crazy because a lot of the shows from HBO Max, they get referenced a lot in Disney Plus because they're just swapping writers back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, HBO Max shows are written to such quality. There's so many good ones.
Mhm.
And you can't say that about like every service. Like every service doesn't have a bunch of well-written shows, but HBO Max, like they've got it. They've
Yeah.
got it.
Absolutely.
I
Crazy.
think it's also because HBO Max has the flexibility to get more into the adult type of audience
sure.
and the kids audience. Like, and we saw that with Peacemaker, right? Something like
Mhm.
DC, they were willing to literally step into the mature
Yeah.
audience and make it totally explicit.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm with you, dude. Moving on now. Speaking of the kid audience, we got something for Disney Junior coming spring 2023. This is Star Wars Young Jedi Adventures. This is in the works, which will follow younglings in training during the High Republic era. Now, the series will release on Disney Plus and Disney Junior in spring 2023. Like I said, do you guys know about Order 66? A little event in Star Wars
Do I
called.
know about Order 66?
I'm just kidding. No, but Order 66 and kind of all that stuff. Oh, I know this is. I'm sorry, this isn't Order 66.
This
High
is
Republic.
pre-Order 66. So High Republic
Okay.
is like, if we're talking eras, we got the High Republic,
Mhm.
which is when all of the, I don't know, planets and governments kind of come into one, and that's when
Oh,
you have
yeah,
a
okay.
chancellor, and like the world is
At
very
peace.
fruitful. It's
Mhm.
at peace everywhere. That's the High Republic. That's like there's tons of Jedis, everything, and then you get to episode 1, 2, 3, which is like the fall of the High Republic. That's like when it ends.
Yeah. Okay.
It's Order 66 and stuff like that. And then 4, 5, 6 is like there's no Jedis anywhere. Like they're all gone. It's just like Luke
Yeah.
and Ben,
Okay.
Obi-Wan. So like that's the big change. So we do not have we have no live action canon stuff in the High Republic right now. The
Gotcha.
only
Okay.
canon stuff we have in High Republic is the books, and they have a book series out called the High Republic, as well as they just announced at Star Wars Celebration this week that they're doing another series of books in the High Republic that is also canon with different characters. And then we have a game coming out too, the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Well, the Old
dang,
Republic
yeah.
is pre-High Republic.
Yeah,
So there's
yeah.
Old Republic, High Republic, and then the Fall. It's a whole
So
thing.
much stuff.
But
Yeah.
this is cool. This is our first like show in the High Republic, and it really seems like they're leading up to some live action stuff in High Republic, which is
Mhm.
just gonna be that's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. No.
Can't
Yeah. You're cool. When it comes to all 9 films, which is your favorite trilogy, and more specifically, favorite film?
So I probably would have to say favorite film. That's a good question. I probably have to say Revenge of the Sith, just because I remember I
Yes.
was 6
Mine
years
too.
old when that came out. I
Mhm.
remember going with my dad and brother, and my jaw was literally on the floor. And like to this day, I was rewatching the fight with Anakin and Obi-Wan. I'm like, dude, the choreography, like that was filmed back in 2005 when we barely had any technology. Like the CGI was nothing compared to today. And like comparing it to today, like I've never seen a fight like the choreography for a fight done that well.
Yeah. Yeah. That's my favorite film too. It never gets old, and it's great because the dark side rises, and it's the best. It's
Yeah.
the best ever.
So
But
good.
And like I think we saw like multiple fights going on at the same time. Anakin and Obi-Wan are fighting, and then we saw Yoda and Darth Sidious, they were going at
Yep.
it too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like that right there, the sound was on point today.
Yeah.
Like the sound was just chef's kiss.
Absolutely.
Great
Absolutely.
movie. God.
Um,
Ryder, what's your favorite Star Wars movie?
Revenge of the Sith. That one's for me. Yeah. Me too.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
wow,
I love
okay.
the whole do it and the whole wow
Yeah.
wow and Palpatine rises and Anakin becomes Vader. Like that's it for me, man. That's all I need. The dark side
Yeah.
wins, you know.
too.
Yeah, you want to take us away, Vince? What else we got?
Yeah, so next up we got Jude Law starring in Star Wars Skeleton Crew series from director John Watts, who you may know from Spider-Man Homecoming, Far From Home, and No Way Home. You know what I mean? Pretty crazy. Because John Watts a couple weeks ago, he said, I'm done with Star Wars, peace out. I'm going to work on I'm done with Spider-Man.
Mhm.
Peace out. I'm not going to direct Fantastic Four anymore. I'm going to work on my own projects. But turns out his own projects are a Star Wars series. So good for him. He's cashing out over there. And this will also have Christopher Ford, Jon Favreau, and Dave Filoni also on the writing and producing team. And this is all going to arrive in 2023. Pretty interesting. We don't know too much about this, but we do know it revolves around a group of kids. That's it.
Yeah.
It's
It's
not
more
a
like
kid show.
Yeah, they said it's like Goonies kind of, or one of those 80s films.
Okay.
They said it was like those vibes, you know,
Sure.
Discovery, stuff like that. But
This one, I'm not like super excited or jumping out of my seat about this one at all. It's just cool. Here we go.
Yeah.
Another show.
Yeah.
see.
And you said John Watts is directing that?
Yeah.
So you got to give him credit. So he did a great job bringing the 3 kids of Zendaya,
Mhm.
MJ, Ned, and Peter
Mhm.
in the Spider-Man trilogy, and we saw those
Yeah.
kids literally go from kids to like young adults.
Mhm.
So I guess we kind of gotta, let's see what he has in store. I'm sure if it's dealing
Yeah.
with kids, he's great at writing, those coming of age type of films.
Yeah.
So, I'm excited for that.
And I mean, if John Watts said he was done with the big budget like projects and stuff, there must have been a really good story at hand in
Yeah.
this for him to go over that instead of doing his own projects or whatever
Yeah.
he said.
He's like, oh yeah, Star Wars. I mean, who wouldn't want to do Star Wars, right? Like,
Oh, I know.
Okay, I got a question for you guys. You could, if you could change anything about the Star Wars world that we have now, what would you change?
Change. Okay. It would probably be the ending of what's it called? Probably be literally what they did in the last two movies,
Okay.
The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker. Because it didn't hit me until I finished The Rise of Skywalker that we never saw the OG group reunite in the new trilogy. Han Solo, Leia, Lando Calrissian, and Luke. We never saw them reunite. I think they had everything set up for Finn to be a Jedi. They never did
Yep.
anything with that.
Yep.
They hinted that Finn had feelings for Rey multiple times in the movies, and they never did anything with that. And then just Rey and Kylo Ren getting together, I thought was literally the weakest writing they could have done. Like, it's literally something I feel like, that's literally something like, that's some Disney Channel writing, man. You can't be doing that in the movies.
Yeah. No, yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, there was a lot of stuff to change. Yeah, I think for me, what I would change is I would instead wait on a new trilogy, and I would just go High Republic. I would have made High Republic films, or I mean,
Well, we have a Taika
Old
film
Republic.
coming.
I meant Old Republic. I'm sorry, Old Republic.
Pre-High Republic. You want to go right to
Yeah,
Old Republic and then work our way up to High Republic?
Yeah, knights. You know what I mean? Like lightsabers are all big and heavy. I don't know, stuff like that. That would be my
We
thing.
could call it Episode 1 again in the Old Republic, and then go all the way up till Order 66, and then that's when you have 1, 2, 3 again.
Oh my gosh, that'd be crazy. That'd be nuts.
Volume 1 of Star Wars, Volume 2 of Star Wars, even though Volume 2 of Star Wars
1.2,
takes place
2.1.
before Volume 1.
That'd be crazy. Okay, moving on here, we have Star Wars Visions Volume 2 is in the works for spring 2023 release. Of course, this is coming to Disney Plus as well. Star Wars Visions was like the anime kind of cartoon show, animated show that they did for Star Wars. Heard lots of great things about it. There was also a quote that they said anime and animated shows as the relationship with Star Wars and Disney Plus is not over, and you can look forward to seeing more anime with Star Wars, which I think is like weird combination, but it works. It works.
Yeah, Visions Volume 1 was okay. I saw like half the episodes, and it had some standouts and then some episodes that just didn't hit for me, but I'm sure they'll learn from that and make Volume 2 even better. So
Yeah, absolutely.
Were those like short stories, or are those canon to the Star Wars timeline?
They're short stories, not canon.
Okay.
So like one of them was like a samurai Star Wars one where they had like swords, but they were like blades, that kind of thing. They had like a space band episode. They're like 15 minutes long. They're pretty interesting, but they're not like amazing. Cool animation though.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And then we have this one is probably the one I'm most excited for, honestly, of all the releases. Is there's going to be an animated anthology series that will follow various Jedis during the prequel era, including Dooku, Qui-Gon, and Ahsoka. The first look at Ahsoka's origin in Tales of the Jedi. The anthology series will release in fall 2022 on Disney Plus, which is like the end of the year. That's so crazy to me. And then we have Janina.
Yeah, Janina Gavankar, dude. She's from
Janina Gavankar.
Star
She'll
Wars
voice
Battlefront
Ahsoka's
2.
mother.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah. She's from Star Wars Battlefront 2. That's her. That's the. Have any of you guys have y'all played Star Wars Battlefront 2? I don't know.
Yes.
Played Battlefront 1, not 2.
Dude, the 2. So the campaign for it, the story is about a TIE fighter,
Pilot, yeah.
TIE fighter pilot, and Janina Gavankar is the main character. So she's huge in Star Wars now.
She's in one of the best movies I've ever seen called Blind Spotting. She's in it. It's
really?
very good. Yeah,
Okay.
Blind Spotting's great.
But no,
And then Liam Neeson's coming back to return as Qui-Gon Jinn. And Liam Neeson's son will voice young Qui-Gon Jinn. How cute. How cute is that? Love that.
you know what this means, right? You know what this means.
What?
If Liam Neeson is coming back to do a voice for a TV show, he said, I don't think I'll ever do TV with Star Wars. I'm a stickler when it comes to that. I'm going to do movies. That's what he said recently.
Yeah.
Which means we could possibly see him in Obi-Wan as a Force ghost.
I think you're
Calling
right.
it.
I think he is going to come in Obi-Wan as a Force ghost.
Yeah, that's my 2 cents. So you haven't started Obi-Wan yet, right? You said you're waiting?
Yeah, I'm waiting. Obviously, being on TikTok, Twitter, I saw a lot of the things that happened. And honestly, I don't really care about spoilers for this thing. This series. I will say one of the things I absolutely loved is it okay to talk about spoilers on this?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We talked
I did see a lot of clips of young Leia and the sass that she was throwing
Yeah.
at people. Like when
Mhm.
she was talking to that one dude, he's like, "Oh, like I guess your kind has no manners either. Or like I need to be talking down to you." Like I absolutely loved the sass I was seeing from the young Leia.
Yeah,
It's so good.
it was great casting. I loved it.
Yeah, she was great.
But yeah,
Also, we have a video out on the channel talking about the first 2 episodes if you want to go check that out on
There you go.
youtube.com/strictlycasual.
there you go. Yeah, Liam Neeson's coming back. That's my 2 cents. There, I'm done with
He
that.
is.
Liam
You're
we got a first look at Bad Batch. More animated shows coming. Season 2. This is coming fall on Disney Plus, and Commander Cody will return for the Bad Batch Season 2.
Good deal. Yep.
Cool.
I got to finish the first season. I kind of fell off pretty hard on that.
Yeah, I think I skipped through it. I kind of just looked at spoilers.
Yeah.
I'm a spoilery type
It's
of guy.
interesting. Yeah. I don't know. Some people love it though. Good for them. It's in the Clone Wars animation style, so it's cool. But the story itself like did not stick.
Yeah.
And then we got Willow. What's Willow? Sets off on a new adventure. The first trailer for the series streaming November 30th.
So Willow, I have no idea.
I thought you were gonna tell me what it
No
was.
idea.
We'll look it up
Apparently
now.
it's something from the 80s. Yakub, do you know anything about Willow?
Oh yeah.
Well, not a clue.
Dude,
Why is this in the Star Wars celebration?
it's
news?
from Lucasfilm. I know that, but so I only know is it comes from the 80s. Like it's a it's coming back from the old, but
Val
Val
Warwick
Kilmer?
Davis.
Yeah, he's Willow.
Oh, I guess that's why they do it. And Ron Howard directed the original one. Oh, that makes
Okay.
sense. George Lucas, Ron Howard. That would make sense to.
Yeah.
Is it a show?
It's gonna be a new series, like a
Okay.
Lord of the. Oh, Val Kilmer. Wow, that's insane. I don't know
I
too
had to
much.
pull this up on Google to look at it.
Yeah, me too. I'm on Google.
But this looks super familiar. Like I have seen something like this.
Dude, Val Kilmer. Wow, you guys need to look up. Just type up Willow in your browser. Look at some images. Val Kilmer.
Oh, I am. Val Kilmer's-
looking.
He's a great looking guy.
Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, well, yeah, I know a lot of people were excited about that. I had some cousins. I sent it to them. They were just losing their mind over it. I don't know too much.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
Yakub,
All
will
right.
you be watching Willow? Oh, did you freeze?
Maybe. Is he frozen?
I'll give it a shot.
He'll give it a shot.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Okay.
Right.
I respect that. I respect
Fair
it. Okay. I guess I'll have to give it a shot too. Okay.
Yeah.
So I've been.
All right. It's time. Ready,
It's
Ryder?
time.
You're gonna intro this. I'm gonna give you the countdown. Ready?
Okay.
All right, boys. 3, 2, 1.
Star Wars Celebration gave us such goodies, such as The Mandalorian and Ahsoka news. So we got season 3, of course, coming February 2023, and we have some info, of course. Bo-Katan will return. We had some leaked footage, kind of the trailer that they showed. It was all over TikTok, Twitter.
It's the behind closed doors trailer. So like
behind
the internet
closed
didn't
doors,
see it, but the people that attended got to see it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So we have some more info and some cameos. Babu Frick will be returning, says Jon Favreau, and he also talks that he's writing season 4. So it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
They're just pumping out this show. And we got a behind closed doors trailer. Sorry, that shows a power struggle of Mandalore. So Bo-Katan, Mandalorian, they're kind of at it, kind of at odds, fighting each other.
So this is a big plus for me because my biggest gripe with Mandalorian is its lack of story, which I know seems ridiculous, but it's really just him protecting the baby. We don't really know what he's going for, like in Mandalorian. I always like it's a fetch quest every episode. It's fun to watch. It's gorgeous. It's cool. I love it. But after 2 seasons so far, I feel like we really have not gone anywhere in the story, like very little. Like we could have covered that ground in a season or so. So this is cool. This seems like we're moving on to Mandalore, which is kind of what they've hinted at the last couple seasons, where we could be seeing the Mandalorian claim the throne with the Darksaber, which is pretty cool. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. No, Coop, have you been able to catch up on anything Mandalorian or any knowledge when it comes to Mandalorian?
Yeah, so I remember watching season 1, and I never saw anything after that. I do need to get back on it though, just because I know Moff Gideon. You guys know him as Moff Gideon. I know him as Gus Fring from Los Pollos Hermanos.
Oh yeah, that's what it'll always be to me too.
Exactly. So I need to get back on that just because I've seen the acting that this guy is capable of.
Oh yeah,
like the sheer fear that he can put into my heart.
Dude, you gotta watch season 2 then, because he fires, dude. He fires on all cylinders. It's crazy good.
Yeah, he goes
And
crazy.
speaking of that actor, I've heard a rumor that there are rumors or fan casts kind of similar to what we saw John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic. People want him as Mr. Freeze for the Batman sequel.
Oh
So let's
yeah,
see if that goes
I'm
anywhere.
I'm with that. I'm with that.
That would be fascinating.
After what he did in Mandalorian, I think he could do any role, and I'd be scared of him.
Exactly.
So another detail about Mandalorian season 3 is that Bo-Katan kind of seems like the bad guy in the
Yeah.
trailer that we get. Like she might be the enemy of this third season, which could be cool. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of options to explore.
It feels strange considering how the last season kind of ended with the kind of opposition that she had with Mandalorian, even though Mandalorian was like, I don't want this opposition. So I don't know how, I know that they'll probably write it in a way that kind of molds to this new season. But yeah, I think she looks way more like, not menacing, but she looks like
She does.
She looks like a threat. She looks like
And
a
it's
threat.
all leaked stuff, so all we see is like pictures and little recordings off phones of the trailer and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's a little tough.
We got some news on Ahsoka. Sorry, you can break this down.
No, yeah, just Ahsoka. This is cool. So, if you haven't seen Rebels, you're gonna want to watch Rebels before Ahsoka live action comes out because it seems like the cast of Rebels is in live action in Ahsoka, which is crazy. We have a confirmation of Natasha Liu Bordizzo, who's playing Sabine Wren, and Sabine is a big character in Rebels.
Crazy.
Big character, and the famous droid Chopper will appear. Pretty cool. They had him on stage at Star Wars Celebration. Pretty awesome.
Yeah, exciting stuff. Yeah, and like you said, there's leaked kind of trailers, little footage, photos, and they showed the mural at the end of Rebels was seen in live action in the kind of behind closed doors trailer, which is pretty cool, pretty exciting stuff. I'm sure everybody lost their minds when they saw that. But again, Disney Plus and what they're doing with Star Wars synergy, trying to combine the animated shows, which is, I think it's due time. You know, a lot of people admire these shows, and so it's definitely time to catch up. Rebels, Clone Wars, Bad Batch, it's all combining with live action, which just exciting.
And the games, baby, we got that Fallen Order 2 trailer, but just has a live action Cal Kestis could be coming.
Yeah. So Yakub, if you could start with one animated series, I know you've already seen some of them. What would you want to get to first to catch up on after hearing
Probably
some of
the
this?
Clone Wars, just because I think that for me, being the Revenge of the Sith fan that I am, I just get to see those characters. I get to see Anakin, I guess, do what he always wanted to, was to raise a young Jedi. Kind of do that with Ahsoka. See that dynamic, and then obviously build up and see Ahsoka's absolute heartbreak when she figures out that her old master is Darth Vader. So I probably got to get on that one first.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I really think that Clone Wars Season 7 is Disney Plus's best show. It's like their best original show. It's so good. So
Very
emotionally
dramatic.
like powerful too.
Yeah.
It's great.
Lots of good stuff.
But
I'm good.
yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching on Mandalorian and Ahsoka. We talk about every single piece of Star Wars Celebration news in the full Freeze Frame podcast. You can check that out now on youtube.com/strictlycasual if you become a member, or for free on all audio platforms. Just go in that search bar, type in Freeze Frame Strictly Casual, boom, or pop up little what's the color? Yellow icon with that white Freeze Frame writing on there.
Yeah.
Subscribe over there. Helps us out a lot. Appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Okay.
All right.
Back
Moving
to
on
the
now.
podcast.
Back to the podcast, everyone. Here we go. Okay. We'll wrap up the Star Wars stuff, and then we'll get
Couple
into
more
some...
Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, so we got a lot more stuff. Mandalorian and Grogu. So this is Disneyland. Yakub, have you ever been to like a Disney park or anything like that? Or
Yeah, so I have been to Epcot down in Orlando.
Yeah.
I actually was talking to my buddies yesterday. I'm thinking about taking a trip down to Orlando again in October.
Yeah.
I think they opened the Star Wars park down there too, right? They opened Galaxy's Edge down there too. Debating if I either want to do it out there or if I want to do it down in Cali when I hit up Cali in February. What you guys think?
I mean, it seems like, Florida's closer to you. I would definitely take that trip. I mean, Disney World
And
is
it's bigger.
massive. Yeah, it's a
way
whole,
bigger
okay.
than Disney.
it's a whole week for Disney World, when Disneyland is like, you can kind of get everything done in a day or two. You know what I mean? So
2 days.
but it is more condensed, as in like everything is in one park, versus Disney World that's all spread out. They're like a whole resort, multiple lands, right? But the cool thing with Galaxy's Edge is they have character meets, right? You can meet these characters. So something they announced at the Star Wars Celebration was the Mandalorian and Grogu will be appearing at the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge later this year. This is at Disneyland that we know. Florida hopefully will have it soon. So maybe that's the seller if you really want to meet Grogu. come on over to
Yeah.
Disneyland and
This could be it.
we'll meet you there.
That's right.
Nice.
Boba Fett and Fennec Shand have also made their appearance starting yesterday or 2 days ago. They're there now. So pretty exciting stuff. They're adding these characters because I don't know if y'all know Avengers Campus, Avengers Land. They have all the Avengers there because that's like the multiverse. Tony Stark, Captain America, all of them. And so they live by that multiverse and they don't confine to the films, you know? They don't kind of keep up with the timeline.
Which is interesting because Galaxy's Edge is supposed to take place after episode 8.
Yeah, in between, I think in between 7 and 8. So it's kind of stuck to that. You know what I mean? So I don't know if y'all are into character meetups, but it's a big thing for me. So
Avengers Part 2, correct me if I'm wrong, they always try bringing in characters while their Disney Plus show is going on, right? Because I think I saw Moon Knight was there while that was going on and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. They had Kate Bishop, you know, Moon Knight, and
I got to visit
Wanda
right before Hawkeye started, I believe.
Yeah.
And they had the whole like Kate Bishop show where there was like she was like fighting baddies, like shooting arrows. It was pretty cool. It was awesome to watch.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our last headline here.
Final headline is a new special Lego Star Wars Summer Vacation will release August 5th on Disney Plus. So a little, you know, you've seen the the Lego Holiday Star Wars special. But so now they're doing a summer one. Kind of fun.
Yakub, do you game? What's your kind of gaming? Are you a beginner gamer or do you go all in? I remember we talked about this briefly, right?
Yeah, I guess I'd probably swim in the shallow end right now if I had to kind of put it on a level. Right now, I play Warzone mostly, just, you know, talk shop with my buddies while I'm in the game chat. I do have, The Last Jedi, so as I'm going through my Star Wars rewatch, I do have to play that game, just because I heard the game is canon, right, to what they're doing.
Yeah, the Jedi Fallen Order, yeah, it is.
Jedi Fallen Order, yeah.
Oh, yeah, sorry, Jedi Fallen Order.
Very good, yeah.
And I saw that we got the sequel for that this past weekend, right?
Yeah.
So I've done those two. Obviously, I freaking loved Spider-Man PS4.
So
that was
good.
awesome.
Yeah.
And it's probably the best Peter Parker story that we've ever had, like in anything, honestly, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for the sequel on that, and I think I also have Avengers PS5, Guardians of the Galaxy. So
Nice, good
not
ones.
too insanely in, but you know.
No, that's good. Yeah.
Good title.
The reason I asked is because I was thinking of Lego Star Wars, and so I'm like, if you want to get into Lego Star Wars, it kind of goes along with what I just thought, and I was like, Lego Star Wars, man.
Love Lego Star Wars, dude.
Yeah. It's simple. It's kind of like a kid. It's not really a kid's game, but you know, it's like you wouldn't think it's fun. Then you hop in it, and it's a good time. So that's why I was just saying, like, if you have time, maybe get into it. But you got some good games already that you know.
Yeah. Those are great. And you said you hadn't played Fallen Order yet?
Yeah, I have not. I haven't, but I haven't played it yet.
Dude, hey, if you hop into that, I don't want to know your thoughts by the end of it because it's real good, really good. Like
There's
a
some
great
big
story
stuff.
too, not just like fun gameplay. So
And that too, the main actor for that, they based him. That's the kid from Gotham, right? The kid who played Joker.
Yeah,
and he's
yeah.
from Shameless too, right?
Yep, from Shameless.
So I was looking at this cover. I'm like, yo, this guy looks really familiar. And I look into him, like, oh, okay, I think that's what they did there.
He's the motion capture actor and the voice of him. So pretty cool.
Crazy.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
All right, let's take it away. We just got a few more headlines here, some smaller stuff. Yakub,
Let's go, baby.
Yakub, if you want to read us what we got for Disney, what's our headline here?
Yeah, sure. Indiana Jones Unearth's first look and June 30th, 2023 release date. How are you guys feeling about Indiana Jones?
Dude.
I'm ready.
I'm so stoked, baby. James Mangold directing this movie? You kidding me? Can't wait. Oh my god. Yeah.
I think listen, I thought Kingdom of the Crystal Skull was going to be the last one. I'm shocked to see kind of how Harrison Ford, how much he does in this, because I know it's probably going to be action packed for 2023 and kind of what we've done with action films. So they have to make this high stakes and high action packed. But what is Harrison Ford going to be doing here? Poor guy. He's a little older now.
Yeah.
I wonder what they're going to be doing when it comes to combat action sequences. I'm kind of interested to see, first trailer once we get what are the set pieces, right? That's what I'm looking forward to.
One thing I think James Mangold is really good at is the movie doesn't have to be interesting just because of the action. Like we see it in like Ford vs Ferrari or like Walk the Line, which he directed and stuff. Like he's able to build like so much good story around the characters, and everybody already loves Indiana Jones, and so I think he's gonna be able to like do it. He's gonna have a great idea of what to do here. But something that I'm thinking about I don't know if you guys saw the screenshot, the first screenshot that released. It's just like a silhouetted Indiana Jones walking over a little bridge,
Oh
and
yeah.
there's light shining down. People were saying that the way his arm is and everything, it looks like a 4, as if it's like they're redoing episode like the
The fourth
Kingdom of the
one?
Crystal Skull, so they don't mention like what if in the movie they don't mention anything that happened in Kingdom of the Crystal
It's just
Skull,
3 and then that one.
and it's just 3 and on, so you could like it branches, like you
Wait,
could watch 4 or watch 5.
but so it was because it was the Temple of Doom, Last
It's
Crusade.
Raiders of the Lost Ark,
Raiders.
Temple of Doom, Last Crusade,
Oh, okay.
Kingdom.
Okay, I forgot this.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yakub, what's your hype level for this? What are you thinking about Indiana Jones? What do you
So
think?
I remember watching the last one, that was back in 2008. I was like,
I
8
know.
or 9 at the time.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, Harrison Ford at this age, I don't think he would just be taking a movie for a cash grab. Like, he's
Yeah.
accomplished way too much.
Yeah.
So I think that by itself is enough for me. He's definitely, I think, getting towards the end of his acting career, so I want to appreciate him while we still have him.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
again, I don't think he would have signed up for this if it was a garbage movie or like if he didn't think there was much of it. So
Right.
all in all, I'd say relatively excited. Obviously, a lot more once I get that first trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
No,
All about
100%.
that.
You're right. Like,
I mean, my
so
man
much
Harrison
older.
Ford has survived 2 plane crashes of his own doing. My man, he seriously
Tough.
crashed 2 of his own planes
yeah.
with him in it. It's so funny to me. I don't know. It's crazy.
Nuts. All right, here we go. Other studios. Oh, Vin, you can take this one. This is all you.
We got some gaming stuff happening here. Sony reports 3 new TV series of their original stuff. And we got God of War series coming to Amazon Prime, a Horizon Zero Dawn series coming to Netflix, and a Gran Turismo series in the works that I don't know where it's going yet. I
Yeah.
guess.
Interesting stuff.
No date on that yet. But again, very worried about these because the Uncharted movie was just okay in my opinion. Wasn't bad. It was a fun action movie. Didn't fully deliver on the this is a movie based on the video game. It was kind of like, oh, this is a movie, and we kind of used some of the video game stuff in the movie. That's kind of what it was, and I appreciated it for what it was. But the story of God of War in the game is not only like one of the best video games I've ever played, but maybe one of the best stories I've ever experienced.
It's
So like,
solid.
I don't imagine a TV show like being
I can
able to
replicate
capture that.
Yeah. Yakub, what's your relationship with kind of I guess video games on movies like Tomb Raider, Assassin's Creed? Have you checked out any of these? Do you know?
Yeah.
No, but I freaking loved Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh,
Sonic
yeah.
the Hedgehog 1 and 2, goat
Yeah.
goat video game movie. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is just awesome.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Sonic the Hedgehog 2, I was like, I remember playing Sonic on the Game Boy growing up, so it was awesome to see what they did with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, absolutely. I think it's interesting because we see so many movies based on video games because, I mean, they're so popular. Like Last of Us now is getting something as well, HBO Max
Yeah.
series. I think there's a lot of good ones out there and there's a lot of not so good ones. But, I mean, God of War is one of those that I think is special. I hope they kind of give it the same love like Last of Us. Horizon, Gran Turismo, I'm not too sure on.
Here's what I think. Because I'm not super hot on the Horizon games, like
Mhm.
I don't love Horizon Zero Dawn or Forbidden West. Like they're okay games. I think that the show could be even better because the story that they have backed up is like the sci-fi robot dinosaur thing.
Mhm.
It didn't engage me in the game, but I think it could engage me in a show. Like that is
It
the
could,
exception where they have a lot of source material and a lot of play with that sci-fi kind of world that it could build off of. Could be cool.
No, yeah. And I like to say this all the time, Yakub, I want to know if you agree. There's too much content. What do like with Disney Plus and HBO. I mean, there's just so much, right? Like movies, shows, and video games. Like, I mean, we play video games a lot. We try to catch up on, what's hot and what's released. But like,
It's tough, dude, when these games are asking for like 50 hours of your time. Like, like I don't have 50 hours to drop
Yeah.
this week on a game.
yeah. No, I'm with you.
Crazy.
Yeah. All right, moving on.
I will say though, with sorry, I didn't mean to cut
No,
you
you're
off.
good,
But
you're
I
good.
wanted to say one thing.
Mhm.
God of War coming to Amazon Prime, like Amazon's kind of what I said with HBO. They are not afraid to get explicit. We've seen it with The Boys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We've seen it with a lot of the TV series. So
absolutely.
God of War, like I definitely, if they want to kind of shift that to kind of like a 300 by Zack Snyder kind of vibe
Whoa,
on Amazon
yeah.
Prime, definitely has some potential.
Dude,
That could be great.
that's a good
Right.
point. I really like that. I forget about that stuff,
Mhm.
but no, you make a great point. You want to read us this next headline? This is so hilarious.
Yeah,
What the poo.
absolutely. So Apple TV Plus live action Speed Racer series from J.J. Abrams is a go at Apple TV Plus.
Let's
Wild.
go, baby. Let's go. How do you guys feel about Speed Racer 2008?
Are you?
It's 2008.
I love it. I love it. Are you kidding me? It's so great. I
Yakub,
can
what do
go
you
on
think?
for hours. You
I have not seen it.
Okay,
So
okay.
yeah.
Next thing you do once you hop off this podcast is you look on Amazon and you rent that movie. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
No,
No,
but
so this is Speed Racer is one of those things where it's pretty cheesy. Like it's pretty cheesy, but the stylistic action of it and the whole thing is so cool. And in my opinion, we haven't seen anything as stylized and as cool, like in that style, since that movie. Like that movie is the first to do it, the last to do it, right there.
Mhm.
It's like one of a kind. It's very interesting. Even if it's not like the best movie of all time or anything, it's a spectacle.
Yeah.
There was a movie that came out on Netflix called Kate, I believe it was called.
yeah.
With what's her name?
Mary
The
Elizabeth
actress?
Winstead.
Yes, Mary Elizabeth. And that had a sequence in there when they were racing in the cars that I was like, oh my God, this is like Speed Racer. They're so close to being as cool and as stylized as Speed Racer. They didn't quite nail it, but it's still awesome.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah, exciting stuff. And then FXX. This is FX. True Detective, right? Is with
Yeah.
FX, correct? Okay. I threw it in there because I was like, oh, Vincent, this is crazy. Season 4, Jodie
Yeah.
Foster is starring in the new season, and it's going to be about a mystery that unfolds at the Arctic Research Station in Alaska, where a 6-man crew vanishes without a trace. That sounds awesome.
And both of you guys have not seen True Detective, right? Or have you seen it, Yakub?
I have not seen it. No, not yet.
Okay.
But what they had Matthew McConaughey season 1 and then Mahershala Ali season 2, right?
Exact. No, yeah. So it was Woody Harrelson and Matthew McConaughey in season 1, Vince Vaughn in season 2. Vince Vaughn and Colin Farrell in season 2. And then season 3 was Mahershala. Yeah.
Wow.
And so each season is different storyline. I
Mhm.
haven't seen the second one because I heard it wasn't very good, but I heard the third season's good. But the first season is incredible. Like
Yeah.
incredible. So good.
And that's what James said. It was incredible. I mean,
Yeah.
Yakub, I think it's on us to kind of catch up on this show because I'm hearing some
Well,
great things about it.
It's just
Yeah,
like it's
no,
great because it's not a big commitment. It's like you could just watch the 6 episodes of the first season. That's all
Mhm.
all it is. And so good. Very, very good. That's up
Man.
there with like the best TV shows I've seen too.
Succession.
Probably top 5.
Oh, Succession is my favorite show of all time. So nothing can compare.
Succession's pretty.
But
You
you-
watch Succession?
No, I don't. I've seen you guys talk about it, though. I need to get on it.
It's pretty
What's
cool.
your favorite show that you've ever seen?
Dude, like, honestly, like, probably Breaking Bad. I was literally I was starting my rewatch last night because I think Better Call Saul ends in July.
Mhm.
And I need to start that too, so I'm going to rewatch Breaking Bad
Mhm.
and then start watching Better Call Saul. But, like, to this day, I don't think I've seen a story go as slow as Breaking Bad did, but it went slow for a reason.
Mhm.
And then literally the moment it picked up, just kept going.
Yeah.
There was no fluff. There was, everything they did made sense. There was no filler. There was no fluff.
Yeah.
Bryan Cranston, that's literally some of the best acting I've ever seen. And
No,
to see
yeah.
his arc go from literally a high school chemistry teacher to straight like Kingpin, absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Breaking Bad is so good.
There
That
isn't
is gotta
enough-
be my top.
There isn't enough good stuff we can say about it, right? It's
Yeah.
just one of the best. All right, there you have it. Let's get into our recommendations. Quote of the week, wrap up on such a great episode. Vince, I guess you could start. I don't know. Do you have your recommendation ready?
Yeah.
Or what you got?
So I started what did I start? This week I started Sonic 2 because it came to Paramount Plus and I never went to theaters to see it. So I
Oh.
got like halfway through there, thought it was really funny. I watched Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers last night, which was hilarious, so funny. It's
Nice.
a great time. But I mean, I want to say Top Gun Maverick.
Oh,
And I know it's a basic answer to say right now, but go do yourself a favor. Go to the theater, go to IMAX, go see Top Gun Maverick. That shit is crazy good. Crazy
Yeah.
good.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I'm gonna recommend you guys watch Diabolical, which is on Amazon Prime. It's an animated series taking place within the
Oh,
world
yeah.
of The Boys. So with The Boys releasing this weekend, catch up on Diabolical. There are some episodes that are canon and prequels to The Boys' new season that are required viewing. So check that out. I'm
Wow.
gonna definitely catch up on myself. And then Boys this weekend. So I'm excited. I think we're excited here.
I have a quick question for that though.
What's up?
For Diabolical, is it like anthology? Every episode's different, or do you
Yes.
watch the whole show all the way through?
No, it's actually an anthology, so only a few episodes are required viewing, but I'm just
Got it.
recommending the whole thing.
Okay. sweet.
Yeah, Yakub, what do you got for us?
So for me, forgot to touch up on this earlier, but if you guys saw The Rock's Twitter, Black Adam trailer is coming on June 8th.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So probably for me, I remember seeing bits and pieces of the old Justice League growing
Mhm.
up, but I think that's on HBO Max. Do a rewatch of the animated Justice League,
Nice.
and also Young Justice, because I don't know if you guys saw, we got the first look at the Blue Beetle costume.
Yeah.
And I think what Young Justice is primarily where we've seen him on TV. So just start getting that Blue Beetle hype ready. The suit looks absolutely incredible so far.
Yeah.
Does not look like they're using CGI. They actually had an actual suit on him.
Yeah.
So start building up the hype for Blue Beetle.
It was
Dude,
cool
yeah.
for the Blue Beetle suit. They had those like blue strap things that kind of like come down on the
Mm-hmm.
chest, and those are the things that go up to make like the beetle arm kind of things that he
Yeah,
has
yeah.
in the back. Or I don't really know what they are in the back,
Technically,
but it looks sick. Whatever it is.
No,
looks
yeah,
dope.
he looks great. Yeah,
It
something.
isn't. It's not like those like fold into his back into nothing. It's like they strap onto him and then they like come. I don't know. Those look.
Yeah, yeah. No, yeah, agreed. Yeah, this is some great recommendations. Great stuff, guys. Lots of content coming out. Here's our quote of the week. We're gonna tell you guys a quote from a movie or show or franchise, and you have to guess it and figure it out. Come back next week on Freeze Frame, and you'll be able to figure this out. This is just a fun one. I mean, hey, but this is also kind of hard because if you don't know, you don't know. You know what I mean?
That's true. If you don't know, you don't know.
So here we go. I mean, you might be clueless. Some people might be like, I don't know. Anyways, here's the quote. This is where the fun begins.
Perfect.
There you go. There you have it. I mean, I
We'll
don't
have
think
to
it's
wait
that.
until next week. To figure
I don't
it
think
out.
it's that. I mean, is it really that easy? Y'all
I
guys-
think for anybody that has watched this movie would know.
Okay. Yakub, do you think it's a
Maybe.
simple one, isn't it? It's easy, huh?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. See, there we go.
He says
Hey.
middle. He says middle.
There we go. I mean, it's such a random quote. It's so random. Anyways, well,
Okay,
you guys
okay.
just try and figure it out. Don't Google it. Try and figure. No, I mean, you can Google it and come back later. Anyways, there you have it for this episode, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for listening and watching at home. We appreciate all the support and all the views and everything you've been giving us here at Strictly Casual. It means a lot to us. Feel free to give us a review. Let us know what we did right. Let us know what we did wrong. We also have TikTok, Discord, all the social media you can imagine. Yakub.
And Hakub, where can people find you, dude?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube. Definitely have a lot of great content coming out on TikTok and YouTube with all the great releases we have. So yeah, feel free to follow me anywhere. The @ is what you see on the screen, @CuboTakes. But yeah, looking forward to expanding my community and talking to you guys.
Dude, yeah, absolutely. We'll have all of Yakub's socials linked down below. So if you're on YouTube, check out his content. We have all the links, all the social media and stuff like that.
And now that on podcast services, you can put links in the description. We'll have those in there too. Pretty cool.
Yeah. So if you're listening at home, check them out. Show some support. It'll mean a lot to us here if you show the love. All right. Well, there you have it. Guys, we got a lot of exciting stuff. We're very excited here. I mean, there's Summer Games Fest coming. Stay tuned.
Baby. Yeah, baby.
Staying busy. It's summertime. Summer of Strictly Casual. Let's get busy. Everybody, have a great week, and we'll see you all next time.
Bye-bye.